What should we eat according to the Bible?
Today, we're diving into an important topic. What should we eat according to the Bible? Many people wonder if the dietary laws still apply today. Well, let's explore what the scriptures say, and you'll discover that the Bible has a lot to say about food. We'll focus on passages from Genesis, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, Matthew, and Acts to guide us.
The beginning. God's original diet. Let's start with Genesis 7:2. When God instructed Noah to bring animals into the ark, he gave clear guidelines on what was clean and unclean.
Genesis 7:2 says, "Of every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by sevens, the male and his female, and of beasts that are not clean by two, the male and his female."
From the very beginning, God made distinctions between clean and unclean animals. The clean ones were to be taken by sevens for sacrifice and food, while the unclean were taken by twos. This shows that even before the Mosaic Law, there were dietary restrictions. 2. Leviticus 11. The laws of clean and unclean animals. Now let's look at Leviticus 11. This chapter outlines which animals are clean and which are unclean. It's important to note that these laws were given to the people of Israel and are a reflection of God's holiness. Leviticus 11:1-3 says, "And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Whatsoever parteth the hoof, and is cloven-footed, and cheweth the cud among the beasts that shall ye eat." Here, we see that animals that part the hoof and chew the cud are considered clean. Examples include cows, sheep, and goats. These are the animals we're allowed to eat. Part the hoof looks like this cloven-footed. Chewing the cud means they slowly chew their partly digested food over and over again in their mouth before finally swallowing it. Leviticus 11:9 continues, "These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat."
Breakdown of clean animals. Cow, part hoof and chews cud, therefore this is clean. Goat, part hoof and chews cud, therefore this is clean. Sheep, part hoof and chews cud, therefore this is clean. Pig, part hoof but does not chew cud, therefore this is unclean. Camel, chews cud but does not part hoof, therefore this is unclean. Horses, chews cud but does not part hoof, therefore this is unclean. So we can eat fish, but they must have both fins and scales. Shrimp, lobster, and shellfish are not clean because they don't have scales. 3. Deuteronomy 14. More dietary laws. Let's look at Deuteronomy 14:3-8, which reiterates the laws from Leviticus and expands on them. In this passage, God emphasizes that we should not eat animals that are unclean. Deuteronomy 14:3-8 says, "Thou shalt not eat any abominable thing. These are the beasts which ye shall eat, the ox, the sheep, and the goat, the hart, and the roebuck, and the fallow deer, and the wild goat, and the pygarg, and the wild ox, and the chamois, and every beast that parteth the hoof, and cleaveth the cleft into two claws, and cheweth the cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat." 4. What about blood? Another important instruction from God is that we should not eat meat with blood in it. This is emphasized in Leviticus 17:10-14. Leviticus 17:10-11 says, "And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and will cut him off from among his people. For the life of the flesh is in the blood." God warns us about consuming blood because it represents life. It's sacred and must not be consumed. 5. Avoid animals that die of themselves. In Leviticus 19:26, God gives another specific command. Leviticus 19:26 says, "Ye shall not eat anything with the blood, neither shall ye use enchantment, nor observe times."
Additionally, Deuteronomy 14:21 states, "Ye shall not eat of anything that dieth of itself." This means that animals that die on their own, like from injury or disease, are not to be eaten. This is a clear health principle that still applies today. 6. Preparing and cooking food. In Numbers 15:1-10, we see instructions on preparing food for offerings, including wine and oil. While these verses mostly focus on sacrificial offerings, they teach us a principle. Food should be treated with care, respect, and preparation. In a broader sense, we are to approach food in a way that honors God, ensuring we don't defile our bodies. Numbers 15:4 says, "Then shall he that offereth his offering unto the Lord bring a meat offering of a 10th deal of flour mingled with the 4th part of a hin of oil." This may seem distant from what we eat daily, but it teaches us the importance of care in what we offer and consume. This also explains fried food. Read it closely. 7. Christ and the dietary laws. Now, you may be wondering, what about Christ? Didn't he change the dietary laws? Let's take a look at Acts 10:9-16. In this passage, Peter has a vision where God tells him to eat unclean animals. This passage is often misunderstood, but let's break it down. Acts 10:13-15 says, "And there came a voice to him, Rise, Peter, kill and eat. But Peter said, Not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean. And the voice spake unto him again the second time, What God hath cleansed, that call not thou common." This vision was not about abolishing dietary laws, but about showing Peter that Gentiles were now welcomed into the faith, just like Jews. The animals in the vision represented the Gentiles. God had cleansed them, and Peter was being prepared to reach them, which is why you never see Peter eating pork afterwards. Christ himself kept the dietary laws during his time on earth. He didn't come to abolish the law, but to fulfill it, as he said in Matthew 5:17. "Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill." So, Christ didn't do away with the dietary laws. Rather, he fulfilled the requirements and demonstrated perfect obedience to God's commands. Conclusion: the Bible provides clear guidance on what to eat. We are to consume clean animals, those that part the hoof and chew the cud, and avoid unclean ones. We are also to be careful about eating blood or animals that die of themselves. Christ followed these laws, and the message of Acts 10 wasn't about changing the food laws and how God made each animal for its specific reason, but welcoming the Gentiles into the faith. Let's honor God by respecting his instructions on food. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more biblical insights. And remember, no matter how good the food is, it is God that deems what is clean and unclean. We hope this inspired you spiritually, and remember to seek God. Stay tuned for more content.